The first time I met Kristen Wright in person. Now, bear in mind, she was Miss World Australia, and Kristen and I had known each other for probably a couple of years by this time, online. A couple of years because of COVID, obviously. We won't mention that. But, the very first time I heard from Kristen was when I featured her in my book, Confessions of a Pageant Queen. And then she reached out to me. She wanted to interview me and pick my brains, and that was cool. And then we did some coaching together as well. And she described I wanted to get her feedback on my coaching. And she described it as a slap in the face, but in a good way. So yeah, if you want to be slapped in the face, joking, by the way, before the keyboard warriors get their knives out. If you want to slap in the face, let me know. But the first time I met her in person, bear in mind, I'm in Sydney in New South Wales. She's in Melbourne in Victoria. And for those of you who don't know, those are two different states in Australia. They're probably 90 minutes away by plane. It's like a 10-hour drive away. So it's close, but not that close. Anyway, she had come up to Sydney for a while, and we had finally organised to meet. And I thought, I'm going to meet Miss World Australia. And I've been around pageant queens a lot, so it's not like I was intimidated, but I thought, if you're going to meet Miss World Australia, she's probably going to want a photo, because you all want photos all the time. And so I probably should, not turn up like this. I probably should at least make some sort of effort. And so I put on a collared shirt and my casual jacket. If you've seen my blue jacket, you'll know what I mean. Nothing fancy, and I think I had a pair of jeans on. And we had organised to meet near the Sydney Harbour Bridge, because that was fairly central. And got out. And I knew what she looked like. Obviously, we knew what each other looked like. Got out. And when you get to the place where you're supposed to meet, and you're the first one there. And so, okay, you're just standing there awkwardly like some kind of stalker. And I'm looking for Kristen. And I get a text from her, and she's parked somewhere. And I say, okay, I'll go to, it was like maybe 100 meters away. So I went to walk to meet her. And I see her off in the distance. And, I'm expecting, I don't know what I'm expecting exactly, but I know I wasn't expecting someone dressed in their, what would you call it, their active wear, and covered in, I think it was dog fur. I mean, she looks great, whatever she's wearing. That's besides the point. But it wasn't exactly. I joked afterwards. It's like, you could have at least made an effort, and it would have looked a sight. Because then we went and had a pretty long chat near Sydney Harbour. It's got a magnificent view overlooking the Opera House, and you have the Harbour Bridge to your right. And we would have looked a sight. Like, sat on the bench, her, this petite blonde woman dressed in activewear, and me, for some reason, this tall Asian guy, over 6 foot tall, sitting there dressed in a suit. It would have looked quite a mismatch. I will say that the next time we met up, because we had dinner with her friends, the next time we met up, she did make much more of an effort, which was nice. But the purpose of this video is to say a massive congratulations, an overdue congratulations. I haven't really been in pageantry actively for a while, to Kristen for taking home the title of Miss World Oceania. I looked up, I assume it's accurate on Wikipedia, that's the best placement for Australia in probably close to a decade. I think since 2016 or 2015. So it's been a while, but the reason that I'm so happy to support Kristen, and I will continue to support Kristen, is because through the coaching, and then subsequently, having very, very long conversations past the coaching, it became very obvious, and I'm sure to a lot of you it's very obvious as well, that Kristen is someone who really walks the talk. And in terms of pageantry, in terms of her advocacy and what she stands for, and actually doing the work. And I can tell you, as someone who's interviewed over 300 pageant queens over close to a decade, that's actually a lot rarer. That's a lot more of a rare occurrence than it should be. And so if you don't know her that well, you're thinking, oh, this girl, she seems to do a lot of work. I can tell you beyond the shadow of a doubt that it's absolutely true. Particularly with her work with Educate Resuscitate, which is her platform, and then Bush to Beach. I know firsthand that, you know, she will drive hours and spend God knows how much of her time organizing these amazing events for underprivileged kids to basically, you know, they've never seen the water, they've never seen the beach, and here in Australia that's a huge deal. If you're listening to this from the UK, you may never have seen the sun in your life, I don't know, but here in Australia, it's kind of unthinkable to think that you could live in a country like this and never see the beach. And because so many of us live near the beach or have swimming pools, that drowning is a huge issue, and especially during COVID. I think the numbers of drownings went up because we're all stuck at home, and some people just don't know how to swim. And you have horrible cases where tourists will come here, just go to the beach, they think they can go anywhere, and they get pulled out to sea because they don't know about the particular dangers of this country. But the point of the story is that Kristen is 100%, probably even more so, the person that you see on Instagram. And if you look at her Instagram, yes, especially because Miss World just happened, there's a lot of photos of her looking beautiful in immaculate gowns. But if you look earlier than that, you'll see there's photos of her at the beach, you know, playing with children without any makeup. And I love that. Like, that's someone I can get behind. I can't stand this idea that if you're a pageant queen and you're going to go to the beach, or you mustn't go in the water and you must wear a full face of makeup. Don't go in the water, we'll ruin your makeup. I'm like, what the hell? What are you talking about? I think anyone like that, you're a dinosaur. Like, leave the pageant industry if you're thinking like that, because your time's done. What we need is people who really do walk the talk, have a kind heart, and lead with service. And that's why, you know, had a lot of long, tough conversations with Kristen. Not me being tough on her, but she's certainly not had a smooth ride. And it's really been, I've always been happy to do it. It's been an honor and a privilege to be supporting her. And, you know, her successor, I can't talk. Her successor is certainly going to have some huge, huge shoes to fill. And personally, for me, I'm excited to see, Kristen, what you do with the title of Miss World Oceania, because from what I understand, that's going to involve some amount of travel and some amount of philanthropic work or opportunities, and that's amazing. And I can't think of any better ambassador for Australia than yourself. So now I don't know where you are at the moment, Kristen. I don't know if you've got back to Australia. I don't know if you're in the air, you're still in India. Apparently you got sick again. Let's not talk about that. Kristen gets sick quite a lot. But yeah, I wish you a safe flight back if you haven't flown back yet. Speedy recovery, and hopefully get to catch up soon. And make an effort, Kristen. Okay, because you know I'm going to. So please don't wear active wear and be covered in dog fur when I see you next. But pass my love on to Zeus and to Georgia as well. You guys make a crazy trio, and hopefully catch up over a cheeky beverage sometime soon. But massive congratulations. Stay safe, and I am really looking forward to seeing what you do with the new title over the next 12 months or whatever it is.